Meow. Hello, Sith Lord and Mr. Hyde and Mongo. So, now that I fussed on the last live stream, now we have different stuff to fuss about. That's really what the news is. Something to fuss about. Only one bit of good news in this thing. Even that's kind of bewildering. Let me go to my little green screen thingy where I can change shit. I remember when I have this up where it's you can jump back and forth in the green screen. I can't see the chat. Actually, I could just click on it and then close it and just go from there. Okay. So, alright. Since this is happening in Portland, I can only assume that due to part of the riots and the media spin on things, and that what is that? Type of cigarettes is doing that much of a Sorry, my shit's not together. Anyway, I assume them not wanting things filmed, so they have, I guess, decided to put a ban on facial recognition. Now, this is just odd, but I like it because I really hate the idea of walking around with facial recognition cameras. Because if I want to go down the street and buy a pack of cigarettes, I don't feel like it's anybody's fucking business to be mapping my face out. And they said they're putting a ban on it. Now, my issue is like, what cities have it? Like, I'm sitting there like, how watched am I? I don't like that feeling at all. So I think later I'm going to actually like look that up and see if Oklahoma has it. But weirdly, because of some of the extreme lefties, they may be taking the facial recognition thing down. Which, oddly, I like. So, maybe every cloud has a silver lining. I don't know. Because facial recognition and all that shit was brought on by the Patriot Act and National Defense Authorization Act. So if they got at least some of that scrapped, I like it. Sometimes I may not like the reason, but I like it. Because I think everybody's own fucking business to go take care of what they want to, but having like fucking databases knowing where you're going at every time. No. Like, I don't, no. I absolutely dislike the idea. So I'm actually glad to see that they're getting rid of it. Even if it's for odd reasons. Anyway, so moving on to the next shit show. You may recognize the name AstraZeneca. Well, I see fucking commercials all the time. Always some new piece of crap they're fucking peddling. Like, it's usually somebody looks really depressed, and then suddenly they're smiling and riding a bike, and they sometimes give you details about what it's about, and sometimes they don't. And like, see, it's AstraZeneca, it's right for you, It shows a woman smiling and picking flowers, and let's see, if you're suffering from depression, side effects could be depression, suicidal tendencies, anal leakage, kidney failure, heart problems. So see if AstraZeneca is right for you. I think I'm better off in my freaking depression. Anyway, those assholes who, like, almost every year you see a commercial, if you've taken this medication, you might be entitled to a lawsuit, the money from a lawsuit. Not sure I want these assholes making my medicine. I don't think I want to take any vaccine they make. That somehow, all the stuff they keep fucking up, I'm not sure they're going to fuck this up less. In fact, according to this, routine check due to potentially unexplained illness during tests. Well, you injected people with some weird-ass stuff you just whipped up. And, yeah. So, there's that. Joy. Yay. Something to look forward to. More problems. On to the next bit of shit. Oh my goodness. J.P. Morgan Bank robbed people? A bank with a legacy of being crooked and criminal. Say it ain't so. Oh my. Anyway, so one of the long-term members of the fucking problem with this country, apparently there has been some employees who have been apparently skimming some Corona aid funds. Now, I'm not sure why someone put J.P. Morgan in charge of this, but whatever. But they're going to do an internal investigation, which means they're going to find the most low-hanging fruit in the fucking company to use as a scapegoat, toss them out, and that's going to be about the end of it. Because, honestly, that's what banks do. They rob you. I'm surprised even this got out, honestly. Anyway, now something else that befuddles the... They're pointing at things, but I don't know why. Can we have this in English? Alright, I'll be right back. My daughter needs to talk to me. Okay? Those people worked up. Alright. That is a problem for her stepmother, not for me. Anyway, sorry about that. Your teenage daughter calls, sometimes you just gotta go find out what the fuck. That is really something that could have waited. It really is. But she saw they had, it was from the state of Oklahoma, so she thought it might be a little more worrisome. So, sorry about that. Anyway, something that absolutely befuddles me. Alright, one, I actually thought this was canceled like 5 or 10 years ago. I didn't know it was still going. The other thing that befuddles me is it somehow managed to last 14 years. I can't make heads or tails of that. But good news, there's going to be one less Kardashian on television. So, or at least, sort of. I mean, I'm sure she'll pop up in other places. But I didn't know their show was still on. I thought it got canceled years ago. Huh. Oh, did you know? I didn't know. Oh, yeah. Okay. Didn't know you were still on the air, but cool. Cool story. 14 years. That show lasted 14 years? Didn't they just cancel The Orville? That was like a way better show, and it didn't even last as long. But we had 14 years of this? Ugh, thanks to this. Anyway, and the last bit of our fucking news. This shit again. Alright. So apparently, a governor has, is authorizing all-mail election. First off, come to find out, a governor's not actually supposed to have the power to do that. I had to read the whole article because I didn't know that because I've never heard of anybody doing it like this before. And I'm really suspicious why. I don't know. I mean, I don't know why nobody else is suspicious of this. That voting in person is somehow not workable, but having people vote in without showing ID or anything, totally okay. And how hard they are fighting for that. That is weird. It's weird. The more they do it, the more I'm believing that this is really actually they're conspiring to cheat the election. I really feel that my vote might actually count if I'm actually in person to fucking cast it. Because they're saying, and this guy brings up a good point. Like, there's a chance that, it may take days later to actually get all the votes. If they don't get lost in the mail or whatever fucking else happens. Because maybe my memory's not good. All the other elections before. Now, the last one was a little, but, even then it wasn't so bad, and beyond. I don't remember anybody having this much of a hissy fit demanding mail-in election. I've never seen it. That can only tell me that either they're pushing just because Republicans are pushing, so they're pushing back and they don't even know why. Like tug of war. Well, he's pulling, so I'm going to pull. Like, why can't they just have both open? Because there already been, like New Jersey already had to do a recount in one town because of voter fraud. So, if someone wants to mail in, fine. If someone wants to go in person and vote, let them. Fuck. I mean, most of those voting polls are usually well spaced apart with a little partition on each side of the desk or whatever anyway. So what's the fucking problem here? Okay, they were social distancing before it was cool. So I don't understand why everybody's fucking tripping balls about voting in person. Okay, I'm gonna go. I might vote in person. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, it's just the more they're trying so hard. People have presented arguments for and against about the mail-in. The more they try hard to, the more I'm thinking, okay, so yeah, I feel like, yeah, you're trying to hide something and you're trying to be sneaky. Because I'm fairly, one of, like the right thinks I'm left and the left thinks I'm kind of rightish and middle-ish, which I am actually kind of middle-ish. I just kind of hate everybody. But the point is, like, I don't know why we're having a problem. Why can't we run this like we have every other fucking election and just let either people mail in their vote or go vote in person? Quit using the virus as an excuse. And I'm sorry, aren't you guys the same party that said that you will somehow magically fix this corona issue when you're elected? How would you magically fix that? Okay, because if you can magically fix things, why haven't you fixed cancer? Why haven't you fixed AIDS? Don't tell me you can fix this fucking problem as soon as you're elected. What the fuck ever? Literally. I mean, I understand politicians lying to get elected, but now we're in fantasy land. We're just making things up as we go now. It's like words don't have meaning anymore. Just rambling shit coming out the mouth. It works. Fucking no. Like, and people on TV and on the internet have tested some of these theories. Like, they'll present policy ideas, but instead of one name who came up with it, they'll use the other person's name, and the person will be like, "Oh yeah, that sounds a good idea," and this and that. They'll agree with it just because they think that their party leader or their party member came up with the idea. Like, literally, it's just everything's out of spite. It's not even about policies or constitutionalism or anything anymore. It's about, I want my side to win, and that's it. It doesn't matter what your side did. Are you kidding? Fuck. Nobody holds anybody accountable. Man, this was 20 or 30 years ago. I could tell you what I wish would happen to Washington, D.C. Now I can't because I'll have weird guys knock on my door. But, yeah, we really just need to reboot and just start over. Semi-start over. Like, have the Constitution, but, like, get rid of, like, all politicians. Try to start this over again. In fact, possibly even, I don't know, repeal some laws. Let's go back about 10, 15 years, repeal some of those laws and build from there. Try to make things a little more reasonable. A lot of this stuff is stupid as fuck. Man. And the more they do this, the more they make me like Trump. Or I don't not necessarily like him, but it's like I'm not a huge fan of the guy. Wow. The Democratic side is really just. I mean, I know some Democrats. Like, I think half my family's Democrat. And they are, like, in shock of this. They're like, what is going on? Oh, my God. Like, they don't like Trump, but they're like, oh, my God, what is Biden doing? Oh, my God. Like, they're embarrassed to be white right now because of Biden. Like, they're like, oh, Jesus Christ, this guy's humiliating. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so bad. I'm like, I know, right? This is why I hate everybody. And it's getting worse. So today has been screwy as all hell. What happened, Ambassador? And welcome, by the way. But yeah, yeah. I'll go back to my regular little news screen background. But yeah, they're entirely too shady about this shit, man. Like, it's hard to give anyone the benefit of the doubt when it's just nonstop bullshit. Just run the elections like we always have. Like, let people go vote in person or whatever they choose to do, okay? I mean, just cover the bases. I mean, first off, like I said, the voting spots are usually decently well separated and social distanced anyway. If you can go to Walmart, you can vote. You know what I'm saying? And as long as they make sure that the voting place is like wheelchair accessible so everybody can get in if they need to. Yeah, sure. Hey, Slasher. So, Ambassador, are you going to explain to us what's been screwy as hell? Because I'm curious. Wait and see if he responds or whatever. Like I said, it takes a while in here, so y'all might see it before I do. Very hairball there. You can't just walk in, open that can of worms, and walk off. Like you get like, yeah, tell us what the fuck happened. Well, the lady who played Lady Olean from Game of Thrones died. Don't know who that is. And Netflix released Cuties. I thought it had been released already, like quite a while ago. People are flipping their crap, myself included. Okay, first off, I don't know why everybody's watching it because we've seen the previews. We see how the children act in the movie. I'm not watching that, dude. Okay, honestly, I know everybody just because it's on the algorithm and everybody wants to be like on the in group and trash it. Like I saw the previews. I can trash it just fine on its own without actually watching it. That was sad news about Lady Carol's actress. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Is that the old lady? Is that the blonde chick that does her brother? Like, who is that? Like, someone's gonna have to explain. I don't know who it is. But the point is, I'm not gonna watch Cuties, okay? Because one, and no offense, I understand y'all watched it to review it. I get that, but literally every channel is doing that. Highbound, but they're watching to study and complain. Well, you know what? The preview was enough to complain on. I'm not going to watch it, and I think anybody who volunteers to watch it should be on a registry. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. You already, I mean, y'all fucking knew. You saw the previews. You saw little 11-year-old girls going, okay? That's fucking enough for me, okay? That's more than enough. They're wearing outfits they can't even fill. They're on stage doing little shit in front of audiences. I saw the preview. That's all I need to know this movie itself should be on a sex offender registry. Okay? Straight up. Wait, Diana Rigg is dead? Okay, I'm stuck somewhere between. I don't know if I'm in a Mandela effect because part of me thought she was still alive, but yeah, I also thought Diana Rigg died like 10 years ago. So I'm kind of confused. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, Diana Rigg has been like a boss in a whole lot of shit. Like, I forget, but she was like with a dude, and they were always like solving cases and shit in like the late '60s. So, like, you ever seen that? Yeah, that, yeah. I think I knew who Diana Rigg was long before most people did. They were my age. Anyway. So, yeah, that's for Diana Rigg. Anyway. But, yeah. Darth's been writing like crazy lately. Awesome. Avengers, thank you, yes. Yes, not Marvel. The Avengers, as in her and this dude whose character is named Steed, Mr. Steed, go and like solve crimes and shit. Yeah, like Slasher says, the show The Avengers, not the movie. Nothing to do with Marvel. I know that may be a shock to some people, but yeah. So yes, I grew up partially watching that because my mom would watch it. Anyway, hey, happy Dino! Mwah! And Darth, mwah, mwah, Slasher. Getting caught up on what? D. Oh, wait, DH. Oh, Darth Pasher. Okay. So I got an HD and a DH, so I got a little confused for a minute. Anyways, but yes, I don't know why anybody's watching Cuties. Like, honestly, I'm really suspect of anybody who watches it, knowing what's in it already. I really feel that low-key might want to go get counseling. Because, like, if someone tells me that it's like borderlines on kitties and fucking like we've already seen the previews. Like, you know how like you're sometimes afraid to type in something to look it up because you're afraid the NSA will see it. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about this. So I'm not watching it. Which is weird. I have Netflix and it's not once suggested it to me either. I've not seen any ad for it pop up at all. I think that's interesting. I'm just saying. I don't know how everybody else's thing is done. Like maybe it goes on like pattern of stuff you've watched. Maybe if I watched Umbrella Academy where it's like got school kids or did or it's school for people, like maybe it would show up. I don't know. But yeah, it doesn't offer me that. It has not once suggested that movie to me, thankfully. Because I actually caught they need a visit from Chris Hansen. Yes. Yes. If you on purpose go to Netflix and type in cuties to watch it for any reason, Chris Hansen needs to come knock on your door. Straight up, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And you know what? And I know there's gonna be a bunch of YouTubers that are gonna do it, but low key, I'm kind of wondering, like, if you already know the preview, you've already got the gist of it. That should your outrage should be passionate enough. You shouldn't be willing to sit through the movie and watch it because you're giving them views. Netflix knows you clicked on the movie. They're gonna know you're watching it. So when a bunch of people, outraged or not, watch it, and they got millions and millions of outraged people watching the movie to review it, Netflix is going to see this movie as a success because you watched it. I'm not participating in that. I'm not jumping on the bandwagon. I'll jump on the bandwagon as far as to say that's grossly inappropriate, and I wouldn't let my daughter be in a movie like that if she was 18. Straight up. I have a feeling I hurt people's feelings today. Sorry, but that's how I feel. I saw the previews. That was more than enough. That was more than enough to know that the French are fucking weird still, and maybe some of their shit shouldn't be here. Be mad. Hate on me. I don't care. What was it like? Dave Chappelle's doing Rick James? Yeah. Go ahead. I absolutely have no desire to watch the movie. I saw a few clips and was disgusted by it. Boom! Bingo! Just like Mongo. It says Mongo thinks. Mongo thinks correctly. Yes. So yeah, I'm not gonna watch it. Diana Rigg. That's weird. Part of me really thought she died like 10 years ago. I'm not gonna even lie. I actually thought she did die a long time ago. I think this may have something to do with the Mandela effect. Maybe she was like really sick 10 years ago or something, and I just thought she died. Like 2020 is just fucking everybody up. I'm sorry, I gotta highlight that. That makes me laugh. I wonder if Netflix goes by your search history on deciding whether or not it's going to advertise certain shows to you. So I feel like I've been on the up and up and been a good girl because they have not offered that shit to me. Like it's like, new on Netflix and this and that. Never seen. I have not yet noticed a preview for it or an advertisement or like the poster for it. Haven't seen it. I've been afraid that I was going to because if I already promised myself that if they pop that on my suggestion, that I'm gonna fucking call them or email them because I hate talking on the phone and be like, listen, don't suggest this fucking garbage to me, you fucking twit, and fucking tell them like that Chris Henson should fucking visit them. Like, you be careful what you fucking suggest to me on here, all right? They should have them on it. Right. But you realize everybody's trying to chase that algorithm, but you make the algorithm happen, okay? You do. So, and Netflix is gonna. Even if you're watching, like I said, even if you're watching it just to review it, imagine the thousands and thousands of people that are watching it to review it. Netflix is going to cash us in and call it a success. You're going to help them do the very thing that you're speaking out against. Okay? Now, protesting if the movie was being made, but the movie's already made. So the only thing we can do is shun it, turn our back on it, ignore it, write and complain, certainly, but don't watch it. Don't give them that. Don't give them that airtime. Watch Disenchanted. Watch anything else. The Dark or Dark. I think it's Dark. I think it's like a German TV show. It's fucking weird. There's some weird ass time travel shit. Check that out. That'd be a vast improvement. Watch some of that. Watch Futurama. Yes, tons of Futurama. Watch that. I think a couple of people got upset and left. Like I guess I'm not trying to hurt feelings, but straight up. It's like when people complain about Disney, but then they like go to Disneyland and they're like, "Hey, I'm gonna go check out this attraction." Like you complain about Disney, yet you're giving them a fuck ton of money to review it. They're still winning. Okay, nobody remembers the actions speak louder than words. Do we forget about that? Be glad to remind you. Consider this your reminder. Meow. I remember a time when certain things like that couldn't even be made. Like, in case y'all don't remember, you remember Murder, She Wrote? The old biddy, Jessica Fletcher? I think her real name was Angela Lansbury. Well, apparently back in the day, she was a hot-ass fox in, like, the 30s. Dude. Anyway, there's a scene, I think it's called Gaslight, and there's a scene where she's supposed to be next to this lamppost, I think, and she's supposed to smoke a cigarette for her scene. They had to wait a couple of months for her to turn 18 so she could legally smoke the cigarette for the scene in the movie. And now, here we are in 2020, and 11-year-olds are running around worse than Hooters. Good job, world. Fuck. I think way more. I just posted Netflix Morning on TV. I guess they show one of the girls without a top. Holy hell, I didn't know that. See, yeah, okay. That is why you bombard Netflix with emails. Bombard them. Tag them in Twitter. And be like, listen, this is fucking stupid. I can't believe you're showing this movie. Netflix just took down 2 of my tweets in regards to this. Bombard them. It's going to be hard to take down everybody. Email them. Everybody email them. They can't take it out of your account for that. They have to at least know they got the email. Everybody should send like 3 emails a day for the next 2-3 weeks. Seriously. That would make way more of a statement than watching the show and then doing a review on it. Because, like I said, you click and watch, Netflix wins. Straight up. That's what happens. They know you're watching it. They know your watch pattern. And I know this because when you scroll down, there is a section that goes, because you watched Vikings, and it shows you a list of suggestions of things that you might want to watch. So they are paying attention to your watch habits. So if you watch this movie, they will take it as a win. Doesn't matter if you like it, they don't care. They'll take it as a win. Every click and watch is a win for them. So shun it. Email them instead. Tell them how offended you are. You know, sure, I will. I'll tell them I'll be like, you need to be like dragged out by y'all's fucking hair and beaten in the street with sticks. That's what I'll fucking tell them. I'm not saying that I will. I'm just saying they should. So they can call that whatever the fuck they want. I'm not clicking and watching that movie. I'm not. In fact, I am half tempted to unsubscribe from any channel I see that when if I watch the video, they say, I watched this movie and this is my review, I will unsubscribe from them. Because if you're willing to fucking click and sit and watch this movie, there was a really fucked up movie. I want to say it was accidentally after I watched it. Like I realized how bad it was. I was like, oh god, I wish I had never clicked on this movie. It's terrible. It was called 8mm, and it came out like 15 years ago, and it has Nicolas Cage in it, and it's about snuff films. And a snuff film is found by a rich woman whose husband just died, and she found it in his like safe, and she is concerned that the girl in the movie actually was killed, and it's not just for acting. Apparently, like so she hires him to go find out if this poor girl is actually still alive. It was a dark secret her husband was keeping from her. Anyway, so he goes talks to Joaquin Phoenix, who runs like a video store. And I'm getting to the part. Like I gotta lead you up to what it is. So he's kind of watching. And Nicolas Cage is like, and he says, Joaquin Phoenix says something along the lines of, did it turn you on or something? And he's like, no. He's like, but it didn't exactly turn you off either, did it? And that's the slippery slope you gotta watch. You gotta be careful for, because you could actually sit through this movie to watch it. It wasn't necessarily a deal breaker for you, and that's where my concern is. So if I lose subscribers on that, then you literally stop being a subscriber or a viewer of mine because you thought watching this movie was more important. And that will tell me right where your values are at. And I'm just fine without that. Harsh truth, sorry. But yes, I encourage to email them, bombard them with tweets and emails, tell them what a bunch of fucking freaks they are. Absolutely. Totally. You can totally chew their ass without watching this film. Okay? That's how boycotting works. You don't participate in something that you are offended by or upset by that is doing wrong. You don't participate in it, you give it validity, you give it clicks, you give it views, which is exactly what you don't want to do. If they feel like they have succeeded, then your words mean nothing to them. Money makes a difference to them. Don't let them have the money. Don't let them get those clicks. Shun the fuck out of that movie if you have any shred of decency. Just saying. I don't have that Netflix anymore. I wouldn't sponsor that garbage if I did, right? Yes, I'll take 8mm. If you like scary ass like mind fucks, then yes, 8mm is good. I don't like that kind of stuff. That stuff is like, I was glad to see the bad guys get it, but yikes! There's a lot of uncomfortableness to sit through. I was like, oh god. Fucking cover my eyes, like not trying to see that shit. So yeah. Yeah, so I totally encourage everybody to email Netflix and tell them what a piece of shit they are. Totally. But, yeah. Thankfully, they've not been stupid enough to, when I turn on my Netflix, they've not been stupid enough to fucking advertise for me. Thank God. So I'm guessing nothing I have watched has encouraged that. Thank goodness. Sometimes I'm nervous to turn on my Netflix, like, oh God, don't let us see the day. Please don't let us see the day. Oh, But anyways, so I'll let y'all mingle for a second because I was going to wrap this up, but I'll let y'all sit here and mingle for a minute and chat. I'll get the drink. Slash out of the guy. Netflix just blocked me on Twitter. Nice job. Good. No, I'm not being sarcastic. I usually kind of roll my eyes when people feel they succeeded by getting blocked, but this one's different. Yes, if you were so outraged and offended at them that they had to block you because they couldn't even respond, yes, be Carolyn, be her. Yes, do that. Fucking bombard them. Make them have to block emails and Twitter all over the damn place. Do that and not let them, and don't fucking watch their shit. Or you can watch Netflix, but just not that movie. If you want to watch Futurama all day and night, that's fine. Okay. Ripper Street's pretty good. I like that. When Cobra Kai season 3 comes out. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. Cobra Kai, that's cool. Yeah, just not the freaky. If they had a daughter, how would they feel? And boom, blah. Right? Exactly. You know what? The people who blocked you are probably the same kind of freaks that paint their little 4-year-old daughters up to look like they're 25 and put them in beauty pageants looking like hoes. So they probably do something similar anyway, and they know it. They probably know they're that kind of scum. My daughter's fabulous looking. I've never put her in a pageant because, I was thinking about it because it's good to learn how to gracefully lose and understand the world's not always fair early, but you also got to pay, and plus it's a bunch of bullshit, and yeah, I decided just not to do it. because like, I can teach her lessons other ways without participating in that shit show. So yeah. I I don't know who's streaming tonight, but I might stream, maybe. Trying to decide. We'll probably look at more of those like really weird ass videos where it's got cool pictures and like creepy places and stuff. We might do that again because that seems to go pretty well. It's chill, it's fun. I find it fun. Everybody seems to be kind of like, whoa, wow, that's cool, yeah. So it seems to work out fairly nice. So that's good. So yeah, I'm thinking doing that maybe later, but I haven't decided. Depends on who's streaming because I know good and well. Like if every channel on has like 50 people, ain't nobody gonna come over here and visit me. So, meow, you know. But anywho, bravo though, bravo. Anyway, yeah, I did notice the ambassador did like kind of leave. Hi BL group. Indeed, indeed. The, the previews were enough. The previews should not exist. Anyway, super hugs to the it's not sneaky. The mysterious mod. Which awkwardly. Yeah. He's like a phantom mod. Only I know it's true like it. Anyways, but hello. So yeah, I was gonna wrap it up. May stream later, not sure. Haven't fully decided. Kind of meh. So anyway, I'm so glad that the green screen is finally straightened out. I stopped sparkling finally. God, it was a shit show. Anyway, lots of love to all, and I will talk to y'all later.